Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I swear to you, I never get notifications on my phone until I go live. But anyway, if you saw my post this morning, I reminded you all of something that I believe in 110%, and I have ever since I really got into coaching. But this really applies in menopause, I think, more than any other time in your life. The hardest part isn't the food, it's not the workout, it is your own brain. Most of the women here with me in my Facebook group are very intelligent women. You know what healthy eating looks like, right? You know you need to be prioritizing protein, and you know you need to be prioritizing vegetables at every meal. You know stress and sleep affect your weight. Hopefully you know that one. You know that strength training and moving your body is part of what's going to make you feel better. None of this is new, right? But knowing what to do is not the problem. The real challenge is getting yourself to do it. And what I see over and over again, especially with my midlife women, is that women are trying to solve the problem with the wrong solution. So it looks like this, right? So you notice the scales moving up as you're going through perimenopause, right? So your brain tells you better cut back even more, right? Less food, fewer carbs, fewer treats, skip some meals. But what's really happening here is this. Your body is already under stress. You're underfueled. Your hunger is ramping up, and your body is screaming for relief. The real problem is not what's on your plate. It's the panic mode your brain is in, and maybe it's not the right ratios on your plate and how it's responding to stress because you don't have all that happening for your body, right? A meal plan isn't going to solve this. Cutting back isn't going to solve this, right? So here's another one, right? You can't get yourself to stick to workouts. So you download an app or you join the gym, right? But the issue isn't the program. The issue isn't the app, right? The issue is understanding how your own motivation works, right? How do you how do you create motivation for yourself? That comes from your brain, right? And if you're already running on fumes, no app is going to get you to magically get you moving if your brain is still overloaded and if you're not supporting your hormones also in the process, right? And so another one, you're gaining weight, right? In your belly, of course, because that is where it happens for us in perimenopause. So your first thought is, oh my God, it's the bread. I have to stop eating the bread. I need to cut out all the carbs. But what is actually happening? Your stress isn't being managed. You're not eating enough overall. You're not sleeping enough overall. So your body is holding on tight because it is so incredibly stressed out because it doesn't feel safe. That's not a carb issue. This is a brain-body connection problem, right? So the meal plans, the tracking apps, we keep trying to fix menopause with these surface level solutions. Macro counting, meal plans, right? All of this. But menopause changes how your body operates through the process of just everyday life. So if you don't change your approach, nothing's going to stick. And if you don't know how to get your brain on board so that you can change your approach, nothing is going to stick. And I see this frustration and this just overwhelm and irritation, and it leads to defeat for so many women, and that's where I don't want you to go with all this. So the part that no one teaches, that's not taught enough, and we're not taught this our entire lives, it's not what to eat, it's not how to move your body, it's not what supplements to take, but no one shows us how to work with our own brain, how to use our own brain to help us, right? So that motivation that we're waiting to fall from the sky, we actually create it in our own brain. But what happens for most women is the brain is sitting there telling them, just start Monday. You already messed up. You already blew it. Like, let's just start next week, right? Your brain is running the show, and yet it wants to avoid any and all discomfort. It wants relief incredibly fast, and it wants to shut down when things feel hard. And without the skill of understanding that that's just what our brain does. It doesn't mean it's what's good for us. We just follow along. If you don't understand how your brain is wired, how it creates its own motivation, During menopause, whether you're peri or post, and when your stress is higher and your capacity is lower, none of these right actions are going to stick, because you can be given the perfect checklist. But if you can't get yourself to do it, none of it matters. Working with your brain is important as working with your hormones, and it's the piece I see missing. And it's one of the reasons that I have fine-tuned and really come to terms with the menopause method, right? This is the way to get the results that you want for your menopause body, right? It's not to hand you more rules. It is to help you understand how to work with your own brain so you can finally follow through. Because every single one of the examples I gave you comes down to the same thing. It's not what to do. It's how to get yourself to actually do it, and do it consistently. And if this is what has been missing for you, if you recognize that that's part of your issue, please come join me. It is free. It's live. It'll be interactive. If you can't be there, you'll get the replays. It's going to help you connect the dots between your hormones, your habits, and the results that you really want. I'll drop the link below in the comments. Let me know if you want to come.